Have you ever imagined a place where beer was banned for 74 years? Where rivers run with hot water straight from the earth? And where entire towns celebrate the arrival of elves? Welcome to Iceland, a land of volcanoes, glaciers, and traditions so unusual they'll make you question reality. From festivals that defy logic to landscapes that look like they belong on another planet, Iceland isn't just beautiful, it's downright eccentric. Let's dive into 15 mind-blowing facts and bizarre wonders you won't believe actually exist. Number 15. 6 months without the sun. Iceland is a place where time plays by its own rules. Imagine this. It's 11 p.m. in Reykjavik, yet people are still out biking, reading in the park, and sipping coffee in open-air cafes, all under a golden sunset that refuses to end. From May to August, the sun barely dips below the horizon, creating a phenomenon known as the midnight sun. In the far north, places like Akureyri bask in a warm glow for a full 24 hours a day. But the magic comes with a twist. From late November to early February, Iceland flips the switch. In Reykjavik, daylight lasts just 4 hours, from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. In the far north, the polar night sets in, with the sun disappearing almost entirely for weeks. Do Icelanders hide from the darkness? Absolutely not. They ski under floodlights, soak in geothermal hot springs, gather in steaming hot pots, and fill the night with jazz music, candlelight, and strong coffee. They even use special lamps to lift their mood. Proof that in Iceland, light doesn't just come from the sky, it comes from within the Nordic spirit itself. Number 14. The world's most empowered women. Iceland's beauty isn't just in its landscapes, it's in its people. More specifically, its women. Yes, they have that famous Northern European charm. Skin as clear as winter snow, hair like golden sunlight or soft polar dusk, and striking blue eyes. But what truly makes them remarkable isn't their appearance, it's their spirit. Iceland has been ranked #1 in gender equality for over a decade. Here, women are leaders, entrepreneurs, artists, captains of fishing boats, teachers, and scientists. They make decisions, run companies, and still find time to unwind in hot springs after navigating snowy mountain roads. In love, Icelandic women are refreshingly direct. They might text first, ask you out for a beer, or simply say, "I like you." There's no unwritten rule about who makes the first move. Even dating follows a culture of fairness. Splitting the bill is common. And here's something you won't find anywhere else. With a population of only about 390,000, Iceland even has a mobile app, Icelandinghap, to check if you're related before dating. Number 13. Alcohol you can't buy at the supermarket. In Iceland, grabbing a bottle of wine is nothing like in the US or most of Europe. You can search every supermarket aisle in Reykjavik or the smallest village shop. You won't find a single drop of wine, beer, or vodka. If you want alcohol here, there's only one place to get it: Vínbúðin, the state-run liquor store system. And it's not open 24/7. In fact, Vínbúðin has very limited hours, closes early on Saturdays, and is completely shut on Sundays. Many tourists arrive ready to party, only to discover they missed the opening hours and end up spending the night sober. This unusual system isn't just a quirky rule, it's part of Iceland's public health strategy. By restricting sales, they've kept alcohol consumption among the lowest in Europe, while still allowing locals and visitors to enjoy responsibly. It's a perfect example of Iceland's freedom within limits philosophy, where individual choice meets community well-being. Number 12. The world's most surreal beach without sunshine. About 110 miles south of Reykjavik lies Reynisfjara, a place unlike any beach you've ever imagined. There are no swaying palms, no golden sunsets. Instead, you'll find black volcanic sand so deep in color it looks like it's been painted by the gods. Towering basalt columns rise like ancient fortress walls, formed by cooling lava thousands of years ago. The waves here are legendary, some soaring up to 40 feet, crashing with such force it feels like nature is reminding you who's in charge. Rhaenys Fiara's beauty has caught Hollywood's eye, appearing in Game of Thrones and Star Wars. But what truly sets it apart is the feeling you get when you're there. The raw, untamed power of the Atlantic meeting Iceland's volcanic soul. Here, you can meditate in the icy wind, lose yourself in the sound of the waves, or simply stand in awe, knowing you're on one of the most unique beaches on Earth. Number 11. Iceland's naked truth about bathing. In Iceland, bathing isn't just about getting clean, it's a sacred ritual, a way to connect with both community and nature. And there's one golden rule before you step into any pool or hot spring: you must be completely clean. That means, yes, showers are clothing optional, with no private rooms or curtains. Everyone is equal here, no matter who you are. For Icelanders, this isn't awkward. It's simply respect for shared water, keeping it pure for everyone. The most iconic example is the Blue Lagoon, milky turquoise waters steaming between black volcanic rocks, a wellness icon known worldwide. Surprisingly, it's not a natural spring, but fed by mineral-rich water from a nearby geothermal power plant. Its silica-rich water leaves skin smooth and spirits lifted. But if you want the real Icelandic experience, skip the tourist crowds and hike into Reykjadalur, the steam valley. There you can soak in a naturally warm river surrounded by rolling hills and sulfur-scented mist. Number 10. The ice cream obsession that ignores the weather. In most countries, ice cream is for summer. In Iceland, it's for life. Step outside on a freezing January night, the wind biting, the temperature below 15 Fahrenheit, and you'll still find locals happily lining up for a cone. They might be bundled in wool hats and scarves, but in their hands, soft-serve vanilla dipped in hot chocolate, topped with candy, and a smile that says this is worth it. For Icelanders, ice cream is a lifestyle, not a seasonal treat. And there's a twist. Instead of walking the streets with it, many hop in their cars, park somewhere scenic, and eat together while watching the snowfall. It's cozy, it's romantic, and in Iceland, it's even considered a perfect first date. If you're in Reykjavik, you can't miss Valdi's in the Grandi area, famous for flavors like black licorice, gummy candy, or mango with chili. Or, for the taste of Icelandic childhood, head to Ísbúð for the classic vanilla soft serve dipped in hot chocolate and rolled in candy. Number 9. The village that trains to run every year. In the picturesque coastal village of Vík í Mýrdal, southern Iceland, beauty and danger live side by side. Black sand beaches stretch along the shoreline, and a dormant volcano, Katla, looms directly behind the houses, hidden beneath the massive Mýrdalsjökull glacier. Katla isn't just any volcano, it's one of Iceland's most active, capable of unleashing catastrophic floods of mud and glacial meltwater known as Jökulhlaup. But the people of Vík don't live in fear, they live in readiness. Every year, the entire village participates in survival training. When the alarm sounds, everyone drops what they're doing and runs to the small white church perched high on the hill, the only safe spot above the floodline. This drill has become part of the community's culture, a yearly reminder that living with nature means respecting its power. Yet, despite its precarious location, Vík is one of Iceland's most beloved travel destinations. Its towering basalt sea stacks, said to be trolls turned to stone while dragging a ship to shore, rise out of the Atlantic like ancient guardians. Number 8. Dive between two continents. Only in Iceland can you swim in the crack between worlds. In Silfra Fissure, located in Thingvellir National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, you can glide through crystal-clear water between the Eurasian and North American tectonic plates. Nowhere else on Earth lets you physically touch two continents at once. Silfra's water is so clear you can see over 100 meters ahead, one of the longest visibility ranges on the planet. That's because it comes from the Langjökull Glacier, taking decades to filter through volcanic rock before reaching the fissure. The result? Water so pure you can drink it as you swim, often nicknamed nature's smart water. The temperature stays between 36 and 39 degrees Fahrenheit year-round. But don't worry, you'll be suited up in thick wetsuits or dry suits that keep you warm as you float in the surreal blue. Diving here isn't just sightseeing. It's stepping into a liquid gateway between two drifting worlds, moving apart by just 2 centimeters a year. It's a reminder that our planet is alive and constantly reshaping itself. And in Silfra, you're literally swimming through that change. Number 7. Horses with the strangest gait in the world. At first glance, you might think the Icelandic horse is just a pony. Standing only 4.3 to 5 feet tall, they're smaller than most breeds. But don't be fooled. These sturdy little powerhouses are built to withstand Iceland's brutal winters, navigate rugged lava fields, and cross icy rivers without hesitation. What makes them truly famous, however, is their 5 distinct gaits, while most horse breeds only have 3 or 4. The most legendary is the Tolt, an ultra-smooth gait so steady you could ride while carrying a full pint of beer without spilling a drop. In fact, this isn't just a fun claim, it's a tradition tested in competitions, where riders proudly prove their horse's silky stride. Icelandic horses are also the purest breed in the world. For over 1,000 years, strict laws have banned the import of any other horses, and no Icelandic horse that leaves the country is ever allowed to return. This has preserved their unique genetics and incredible disease resistance, a living time capsule of Viking-era breeding. Number 6. The Gene Bank and the Naming Committee. Iceland doesn't just have glaciers and volcanoes, it has one of the most unusual cultural systems in the modern world. Here, last names don't really exist. Instead, people are identified by their father's or sometimes mother's first name, followed by son for sons or dottir for daughters. So Jon, the son of Eric, becomes Jon Eriksson, while Anna, the daughter of Eric, becomes Anna Eriksdottir. This means siblings can have different last names, a fact that surprises many visitors. Even the phone book is arranged by first name, with each listing including the person's occupation, a kind of printed social network from a time before Facebook. But naming here is serious business. If you want to give your child a unique or foreign name, it must be approved by the Icelandic Naming Committee. The name has to fit Icelandic grammar and be easy to pronounce in the local language. Names that don't fit the rules? Rejected. And then there's Iceland's world-leading gene bank, a vast database of genetic material from tens of thousands of citizens. Number 5. Life in Reykjavik, one of the most vibrant capitals in Northern Europe. Reykjavik may be the smallest capital in Europe, about the size of a single New York neighborhood, but it pulses with enough energy to light up the Arctic night. The city's clean cobblestone streets, brightly painted houses, and bursts of street art turn a simple walk into an open-air gallery. There's no subway here, no above-ground trains, just a city you can cross in minutes by foot, bike, or electric car. It moves at a pace that lets you truly see life happening around you. By day, visitors explore icons like Hallgrímskirkja, the towering church that dominates the skyline, or Harpa, a glass-walled cultural center that sparkles beside the sea. In cozy cafes such as Coffee Brenslan or Reykjavik Roasters, writers, artists, and dreamers linger over steaming mugs, sketching and scribbling under golden light and soft indie music. But when the sun dips below the horizon, Reykjavik transforms. Streets like Laugavegur and Austurstræti glow with neon, alive with one of the most dynamic nightlife scenes in Northern Europe. Number 4. The land of rare natural wonders. In Iceland, nature isn't just scenery, it's myth, legend, and magic. In the remote village of Borgarfjörður Eystri, locals believe the elf queen herself resides atop a hill called Alfaborg. They've even built a tiny elf house in her honor, and visitors are warned, politely but firmly, not to touch it. This same land gives birth to some of the most awe-inspiring natural wonders on Earth. At Seljalanfoss, a waterfall nearly 200 feet high, you can walk behind the shimmering curtain of water for a view straight out of a fantasy novel. Skogafoss is so powerful that on sunny days it conjures double rainbows, a daily display of nature's own magic trick. Then there's Jökulsárlón, a glacial lagoon where giant blue icebergs drift silently across mirror-like water, looking like an open-air museum of the Arctic. And at Gullfoss, the Golden Falls, the Hvítá River roars into a deep canyon in 2 dramatic stages, vanishing into mist as if the earth itself swallowed it whole. Number 3. Icelandic festivals unlike any other. Iceland hosts some of the most unusual and unforgettable festivals on Earth. Take Beer Day, celebrated every March 1st. For 74 years, beer was banned in Iceland, from 1915 until 1989. When the prohibition finally ended, the nation didn't just quietly raise a glass, they turned it into an annual street party. Today, bars stay open late, music spills into the air, and locals toast to their freedom with some of the most enthusiastic beer celebrations in the world. Then there's Sumardagurinn Fyrsti, the first day of summer, held on the last Thursday of April. The name may sound warm and sunny, but in reality, temperatures often hover near freezing. That doesn't stop Icelanders from wearing shorts, eating ice cream, and parading through the streets, embracing summer with defiant joy. In autumn, you can join Retir, the centuries-old sheep roundup. It's part festival, part countryside rodeo, where locals and visitors help herd thousands of free-roaming sheep back into pens, surrounded by sweeping mountains and crisp Arctic air. And in the depths of winter, the Northern Lights Festival in Akureyri turns the long nights into something magical. Between live concerts, street performances, and outdoor dances, you can step outside to see the aurora borealis painting the sky in green, purple, and pink. Number 2. Cost-saving living in Iceland. Life in Iceland comes with world-class safety, stunning scenery, and a close-knit society, but also a price tag about 20–25% higher than in the United States. In Reykjavik, renting a one-bedroom apartment in the city's center can cost between $1,500 and $1,800 USD per month, plus another $250–300 for utilities, internet, and geothermal heating. Dining out at a mid-range restaurant runs around $25 to $30 per person. Bus tickets cost nearly $4, and gym memberships range from $50 to $70 per month. On average, living comfortably here requires $2,500 to $3,200 USD per month. But with some smart adjustments, it's possible to live well for much less. Live in the suburbs like Kópavogur or Hafnarfjörður, just 15–20 minutes from Reykjavik, where rents can be 30% cheaper. Cook at home using budget supermarkets like Bonus or Krónan, saving up to 40% on food costs. Get a monthly bus pass instead of buying single tickets. Use public fitness centers, which are often far cheaper than private gyms. Number 1. The strangest foods in the world. Iceland's cuisine is shaped by its volcanic landscape, making nature itself part of the kitchen. One of the most iconic dishes is rugbrauð, a dense, dark rye bread baked using geothermal heat. Locals place the dough in a sealed container, bury it in a hot spring area, and leave it overnight. In the morning, it's served warm with butter, smoked fish, or eggs, which, in true Icelandic style, may also be boiled in the hot springs. In the Mývatn region, you can watch eggs dropped into steaming geothermal streams, perfectly soft-boiled in minutes. Another staple is skyr, a creamy, high-protein dairy product that looks like yogurt but is technically a soft cheese, and has been a part of Icelandic life for over 1,000 years. For the bold, there's Thorrablót, a midwinter festival honoring Viking survival traditions. Here, locals serve preserved and fermented foods that kept their ancestors alive through long Arctic winters, from sour ram's testicles to fermented shark.